Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome. So this week, as you guys mentioned before, it's the portion of Lech-Lecha, right? So I had something very powerful and amazing in the Zohar. I would like to share with you a few minutes. It's in Zohar Lech-Lecha. It starts from verse 20. What I'm going to read is from verse 27. Let me just read the... Yeah, actually, it's no, it's 26. 26. I will read 26 and then from that and on. עוד אשגח ותקל וצרף למקם על ברירה דמילה. והוא עתר ולהבה ידע, ולה יכיל למקם. עלה להתדבקה כיוון דחמת תוקפה דהי עתר. ולה יכיל למקם מלא, מיד ויבואו עד חרן וישבו שם. The Zohar saying here like that what Avram did, he was looking and measuring and the place that he was at that time, and he didn't know how to cleave with that place in that time that he was checking how to do it. It means, what is all saying here, what does it mean? It means that it got like a double judgments. So it covered the answer. Because till now it was just the dinim that came, the judgments came from just from the left column, that he couldn't connect with that energy, that it was fire that was burning, because he didn't have the energy of the right column, that this is mercy. Abraham represents the mercy canal. But now, after, there is a place called Man'ula. There is a place called Man'ula and a place called Maftecha. Man'ul, it's a lock, and Maftecha, Mafteach, it's a key. So locks and keys. So when talking about the lock, he went to Binah, and it's bring the left column to be a little bit, to shrink, to be smaller, that it become Vav K. Wait a second. I think this is what I want to tell you after, but just a second. I think this is the end of. Yeah. Just a second. There is a question. Yeah. Yeah. This is actually something we going to go back to, but we know that the Zohar telling us when we need to do the Lech-Lecha, right? So we know the Lech-Lecha from ourselves, to correct ourselves, to correct our own level, my spiritual level, and because in the level that we're at right now, we still have judgments, we still have klipot. So when we're talking about Lech-Lecha, we need to walk out of that level that we're at right now to reach a higher level that have more light, more energy, more support. And one of the questions that the Zohar is asking, why Abraham didn't leave right away? Didn't leave right away, the place that he was at. It's a, I don't know in the English Zohar if you have the whole explanation, but here it's a lot. I'm trying just to give you the few points. Let me just check where it starts from. Just lost the page because I was reading a few pages and now trying to see where it starts. Okay, so we go back there. But we need to understand the point. It's not the whole sentences. So what those are saying that when that energy of the manula went to the upper world to Bina, so it's been sweetened and be less. ולא יכיל למקם עלה להידבקה, נתוספו עליו עתה הדינים של ביטול הגימל ראשונות, ולא אהבה ידיו ונצאו עתה הדינים כפולים. So what's happened, it connects to double from the left column, so then he couldn't see, couldn't know the answer. ונמצאו אותה דינים כפולים, כיוון דחמה תוקפה דהייתה, כיוון שהיה תוקף הדינים של המקום הזה, דנו ביטול הגימל ראשון ולהכיל למקם מלא, אנחנו לעמוד עליו ולהידבק בו. So because he saw that energy of the judgments in that place, that he can't live in that place, that it's a fire, so they reach Haran, they reach the place called Haran, and they sit over there. And what does it mean? Haran is Haron Af. It's energy also of judgments. Because it was double judgments in that time. So this is why it says why it's place called Haran. Haron Af. משמע כתוב כי מלבד שלא היה בא לארץ כנען שהוא סוד ארץ מוציאה פירות, because the question was why he didn't went right away to Canaan. Because it says Canaan is the place that give manifest fruits. That it's actually, if we're talking about the body person, it's from the chest and down till the nukba. When he came to that place of Haran, why he went there? Because he have the type of double judgments, so he couldn't connect right now with the answer. He says, why Abraham stay in that place of Haran and didn't went right away to Canaan? Because it says they sit over there. Because what Abraham he did, he knew how to check all of the rulers that come from the rules of the world, that come from the energy of Man'ula, and the rulers that come from Maftecha. Because there are some that create in locks to lock the energy and come from the judgment side. And there are some that come from Maftecha to open the channels of the energy that we receive all the lights. So he knew how to check them and how to measure how many they have from each side. And we know Abraham was also, it's called Itztegnin. He was an astrologer. So he knew actually how to look at the stars and how to measure, to put it on the scale, because he wanted to know who is stronger than who and who can control his friend, because he wanted to know those powers. Because it says they didn't walk out from Ur Kasdim till they didn't walk out of Ur Kasdim till the Manula, what we said before, the Manula went to Bina. Because when it went to Bina, so now so when he went to Manula, so the left column, it been sweetened a little bit, and then it can be balanced. And then as I continue and expand to, it's a lot. I'm trying just to give the points, but he's saying, because the Creator saw that Abraham have the desire, and he wants really to create balance, and like to remove the judgments, and the mercy will control the judgments, and he didn't have the ability and the power to do it at that time when he was in Haran. So it says in verse 28, the Zohar telling us, because the Creator saw the awakening of Abraham and his passion, right away, the Creator came to Abraham and told him, Lech-Lecha, you should live. But what does it mean? It says, you should know yourself and you should correct yourself. Because in that time when he was checking the Manula and Maftecha, checking the powers, in a way, he was stuck because he didn't move on. He was stuck in those two columns, the right and the left. And the Creator telling him, you should know yourself, because you should know what you're doing right now and what's going on in your mind and in your thoughts. And you should correct yourself. You should walk out of that level that you're at right now. That you should stop measuring or calculating those two powers or put them on a scale. You should elevate your consciousness. It means main nukubin. You should make and do some effort here down to earth to change yourself and to elevate those main nukubin, the energy of effort. And you should download it. So it says zivug elyon, the unification from the upper world, while you doing elevating the main nukubin, making effort here and elevating the main nukubin. Ala masach toward this masach, it means like there is a kind of a, let's imagine like a veil. So you're creating a restriction that he revealed to you. And by it, you will have the merit to reveal the da'at, the knowing that comes from the Creator, from the light, and you will correct yourself. You will correct yourself. And here it says the Zohar, this is the energy of the Creator that came from the level of Chasadim till the Masach Dechirig. Masach Dechirig is the energy, the place of the restriction. That from that place being revealed the central column that actually controlling the right and the left, that they are together now, they are one, and the mochin being complete. It means like the energy of the thoughts, the energy of the wisdom being complete. And all the blessings being drawn to Avraham in that point. So one of the things, I would like to emphasize, because it says in the next one, it says, that the Creator told Avraham, Lech-Lecha, from that place that he will sit on, because where we sit, in each one of us right now, in our life, we sit in a place of a thought. We have an idea, we have a thought, we have the way that we operate in. So he's telling him, Lech-Lecha, from that place that you sit in at and you cleave yourself with. Because we're sure that the place we're at right now, this is the place I should be right now. This is the place that actually give me whatever I need. And many times, maybe we don't pay attention to it, but in that place, we're calculating and thinking and measuring. It's it doesn't it, he said, she said, it's good for me, not good for me. We actually calculate all the time, checking the bad, checking the good. He says, you should walk out of that yeshuv, of that place, that city, that village, whatever you built over there that you are at right now, that you cleave yourself with. Why? Because it represents right column without the left column. Remember, everything has to have right and left. So if we choose a side, we disconnect ourselves from the other side. This is Artzecha. Artzecha, that would represent the first word, Artzecha. Lech-Lecha me'Artzecha. Lech-Lecha mimoladetcha. It means Artzecha, it's the country. Moladetcha is the place you born. You should walk away from the wisdom that you connect with, that you measuring and calculating, like how you born, where you born, and the time and the hour that you born, and he says to Avram, right? If it's all of us, it's the star that you born at, and the mazal, and the luck that you born at. But it's the zodiac sign. שכל זוהרת השמאל בלי תקעות החלטית. So this is, if you look at that, it's also just the left without the right. Because always we need to combine them too, remember. Because that light comes from the maftecha. And all of the leaders of the maftecha is the leaders of the zodiac signs. And the stars. We're just skipping. And we bet Avicha from the house of your father, he says, he told him, you should walk away from Lech-Lecha, from the house of your father, ולא תסתכל עוד בבית אביך, and you shouldn't look in the house of your father. Who was his father? Haran. Haran was his father. שלא תסתכל אם יש לך שורש להצליח בעולם מבית אביך. Don't look if you can succeed because of the root of your father. It means, what does it mean? In a different words of spirituality, that you shouldn't put on the scale those two rulers, and you should hope to bring back the control of the lost maftecha, the lost keys for the pipes of the challenge, because in that way you cleave yourself, he told Avraham, with the klipa, that was klipat Haran. And this is why you should walk away from it, from that wisdom. And don't look into those roots. Now, what does it mean for us, right? So he's talking about Haran, we're talking about Avraham, talking about all of those things. We also, right, we're born in a country. We're also born in a house or in a hospital, but we have the date and the day that we're born, right? With the zodiac sign, we have everything. And also, we have the parents that we're born into, right? So many times in our life, you know, if we pay attention, sometimes we're dealing with it. Without even paying attention, but we're dealing with it. You know, we are born in the country, and those parents, either we can blame them, we can say, oh, because of that I'm successful, either or, right? Here, what the Zohar want to tell us, first of all, we can't pick a side, either right, either left. We need to make sure always to create balance, central column. So one, we can't just connect to the country. We know also our body represent the earth, right? Earth. So when we connecting with just with one side, we creating as, like, you can call it either a village or a city in our mind. And this is my belief system. So I pick a side. We have to make sure that we put in the right and the left together. It means I need to walk out of myself. I need to walk out of what all of those things that I receive during the years into my mind, into my pictures, and I created like my own world inside. So if I'm doing that, and all of those calculations, oh, my parents being like that, my brothers, my sisters, my teachers, I'm going to the past and I'm running everything in my mind. So I think those are actually this is actually my roots, and I'm taking the roots from there. We're telling him, don't do that. It was just a time you need to go through that period of time, through that movie, right? But remember, if you combine the right and the left, create central column, now we're connecting to what? Connecting with the light of the Creator. So we can receive everything from the light of the Creator. So everything we went through, it's just a place for us to learn, place for us to discover things about ourselves. So if I'm going to the past, I just want to learn about myself, what not to do right now. So yes, there is a reason why I'm born in this country. There is a reason why I'm born in this home to these parents. There is a reason why I have this zodiac sign and the star that control me, right? There's a reason. But with all of those reasons, I can't pick that side of that reason. I mean, I can't say, oh, it's because of my zodiac sign. Oh, because of, you know, I born these parents. Oh, because of the country I live, this is what they believe in the country. No. I told him, we have to combine everything together. and we should walk out of that state of mind, just try to imagine, you know, how much freedom we can have if we're not letting those experiences to influence us. It means like to stay there. Of course, they influence us, but not to stay there. It means like right now, I can bring myself to a place of I'm not choosing either side, I'm putting them together, and I'm connecting to the balance way. This is actually, when it says Eretz Canaan, it's the place that Avraham received all the blessings. When he, you know, one of the, and it's continuing, and the story continued that we know that why he told them don't look at the zodiac sign and believe, because he believes, you know, all the beliefs he have, but the light told him, go walk out of yourself. So he told him, go out, you know, and count the stars. You know, if you think about how you can count the stars, when we told him actually, don't limit yourself. When you choose the right column, you limit yourself. You choose the left column, you limit yourself. When you choose the central column, you combine all the columns together. Now they are one. There's no limitation. Now everything you want to achieve, you actually can achieve. And we know Avraham saw in the stars that he can't have kids. And when the light told him, walk out and stop, limit yourself and look at the stars and count the stars, actually what he told him, don't limit yourself. You have the power to be above the zodiac signs. And if you're going to do it, you're going to have a kid. And we know we have a kid. So the thing is, we would like to take, you know, this is one of the points. First of all, I want to pay attention, not to pick a side, not the right, not the left. I want to pick the central column. I want to pay attention to my thoughts, to my behavior. If I'm too much to the right and too much to the left, I want to be in the central column. You can listen to yourself, what you're saying and how you're talking. If you start to pay attention to what you're saying, you can actually know where you're coming from. And if you pick a side, and you also check your feelings. We want to bring the balance to any area in our life. We want to live ourselves with Canaan, with that place of central Canaan that Avraham received all the blessings he's supposed to receive, and receive the power to be above the zodiac signs and create miracles. So we have the opportunity, this week, to live ourselves to this energy, not just for this week, for the entire year. So I want to wish all of us good luck and to cleave ourselves with this energy and to take with us to the entire year. So let's open our mics and share with each other Shabbat Shalom. You can unmute yourself and just
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom for each other. Chazak u'baruch.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Michael, for your time.
We love you,
You're very
Michael.
welcome. You're very
Blessings.
welcome. Yeah, remember Shabbat, we have Rachel Imenu, third meal. Rachel Imenu. Rachel Imenu, you know Rachel Imenu, it's Rachel the matriarch, right? So we have the Hilula, the death anniversary. We're doing in Shabbat, third meal. So just keep in mind, if you can make it, come and join us.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye,
you, thank you, thank you.
Bye, Michael.
Shabbat,
Thank you.
Michael.
Bye, guys.
Bye, bye, bye,
Thank
bye.
you.